talk over drink. Pull up a chair and let's chill. Let's party, let's talk and let's build. Yeah, alright. Let's talk over drinks.
Good day, greetings, and welcome to Talks Over Drinks, a talk show that's going to be a little bit different than the regular stuff that everybody's used to. My name is Fauconier. It's my partner, the God, Markel Prines, in the building with me. How you doing, Markel?
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you. Thanks for being here with me.
Thanks for having me, man.
Right.
I know we've been working on this project for a while, and we're definitely glad to get this started and brought to the people. So what I want to do, as I hope to do at every show intro, is to present to you a quote of the day. Now, what I want everybody to do, this is going to be an informational show, so everybody should have a pen and paper out, taking notes, because we want to educate you along the way. So this quote right here, we're going to start out before we introduce our first guest. It says here, everything is a choice. The number one thing we need are people that will take responsibility. We need more independent individuals and even more interdependent individuals. Interdependent meaning individuals that understand that you may have been born alone and you may die alone, but you cannot live alone. This journey we call life cannot be traveled smoothly on the broken backs of other people. Collaboration results in collective success.
Collaborations result in collective success, and I think that's one of the reasons why we're here, because it took a lot of people to get us here. We didn't get here alone.
Absolutely.
My first guest, or our first guest, is someone who has been a mentor to me over the last 8 years. We're going to introduce my brother, Regie Ford, District Director of Toastmasters International for the Commonwealth of Virginia, as well as the president of the Richmond Crusade for Voters. Reggie, if you can come on out.
How you doing,
My brother.
Good to see you, man.
My man Markel.
Markel, how you doing,
Good to
man?
see you again, brother.
Good to see you.
Have a seat. Thanks for taking some time to come out. You want to go ahead with the first question, Markel?
Brother, I know we met a while back, and you've been a mentor of mine also. I've seen you speak publicly, and I've enjoyed everything that you've presented, and it inspired me to actually public speak myself. I'm a novice at this, so I don't do the Toastmasters. I've been to a couple of meetings. I don't have the awards and accolades like my brother here, Corey, but Mr. Ford, you definitely inspired me to get into the Toastmasters thing. I remember one of our first meetings, you put me on the spot, and I actually gave a speech in front of the people, and you said that I did very well. It was my first time speaking, and I appreciate you being the head, saying that I did a good job. So I would say, as a inspiration to me, who was somebody that inspired you to get started?
Well, first of all, I want to commend you, both of you brothers, for doing a very good thing by bringing some wisdom and knowledge to the community by putting this show on. So that is the first and foremost thing I want to say. By you doing this, you're going to inspire other people. And thank you for those kind words that you said I inspired you. There are so many people who touch me and saw things in me. And sometimes a person will see something in you that you don't see in yourself. And I've done a lot of reading, and I wanted to do some things, but believe it or not, everybody go back to their high school teacher.
Right.
And I want to go back to Mr. Williams. And I remember Mr. Williams, he used to always take us to the Urban League. And I'm like, man, why are you taking me to the Urban League? I want to play. I'm in the 12th grade. I want to chase girls. I don't want to, what's up with the Urban League? But it sunk in me. It got on me. That smell got on me. And I didn't realize it until later on. I went in the military and I was kind of outspoken. But later on, it started to manifest and it started to come to fruition. And right. Someone, I was reading some things Malcolm X said, and I don't care how intelligent you are or lack thereof, you have to be able to communicate orally. And that's when people start to say, wow, they have some intellect to him or to her. So those are a couple of things that impress me. But everybody, really, whoever you come in contact with, has some sort of message in there, and so it was a collective group of people, like what you talk, your quote, interdependent, man. You can't do it alone. You got to have other people to help you out. So a lot of people, those are just two people that just jump out at me right now.
What would you tell somebody who would be looking at joining Toastmasters International? Why would you say that that's a good organization to become a part of?
Good question, Corey. One of the things that Toastmasters has done for me, and I think it will do for a lot of people, I don't care how big and bad we are. I remember when the Sniper was out in Virginia, and I used to go to the barber shop, and the big thugged out hardcore brothers and stuff, they was talking about, man, we got to get home before it get dark. The Sniper out. They, I ain't pumping no gas because the Sniper, he was getting people at the gas station. I say that to say Toastmasters give you confidence. Now, you might not be standing out there in the middle with a sniper shooting the pumping gas, but Toastmasters gives you confidence. And that's the biggest thing that Toastmasters has given me. The worst thing, they say public speaking is the first, is ranks above death. And so Toastmasters give me the opportunity to stand up in front of anybody, if it's 1 or 100, 1 or 1,000. I don't have a problem with it now because of what it shared with me, but also the leadership track. Example, you announced me as the district director of Toastmasters. Yeah, I'm over the whole state of Virginia, but had it not been for Toastmasters, I would not be able to be the president of the Richmond Crusade for Voters. So it has given me the leadership skills and the wherewithal and the acumen to move ahead and try to inspire other people. One of the things I was sharing with you earlier, Corey, your background, you're a Black Gandhi. I mean, you like helping people. It's just part of you. You just, and that's one of the things that Toastmasters has designed for you to, goes back to your quote. Each one teach one. What you learn, you can share with others. No matter how bad you think you are, you can help somebody else, and you both can be on stage, or you both can be mentoring people for leadership. So the leadership track, I think, helped me the most. It's given me the confidence to walk in my boss's office and just sit down and talk with her and not worry about what's going to happen, because I know I can get another job. I'm not saying I'm going in there beating her up or nothing, but I have the confidence to know that I can move along because of what Toastmasters has given me.
Okay, now let me switch tracks, because I know that you were instrumental in bringing me along through Toastmasters, but also inviting me to become a part of the Richmond Crusade for Voters. So give the people that may be at home a little bit of information about the Crusade and what you hope to bring in the leadership with the people that you're working with.
Well, the reason I asked Corey to be involved with the Crusade, anything that you do would come through and from someone else. You can't do anything alone. Corey has proven himself, and you want to build a strong team, so that's why I wanted Corey on the team with me with the Richmond Crusade for Voters. We are politically struggling, and the Crusade is an organization that was evolved, or where it was inception was 1956, and it was time for us to get out and vote and educate people on voting and getting people to vote. So I wanted to make sure that we build on that, and I want to, again, pull a team together. But we have to get out as an organization, as a community. I think we do a very good job of complaining, but don't do enough job. You got to put some action behind your words. Yeah, they're killing black men, and they're killing this, and they're doing that. What are you doing to help combat the problems that's going on? So that is my plight. That is what I want to do with the Crusade and help move the Crusade. I just don't want to be a voice of making and shaking flags and marching back and forth to Washington, D.C., but we're not putting anything behind the words or the action. So if you want to be part of the Crusade, want to know more about the Crusade, you can definitely reach out to us. You can give me a call. It's okay if I give my phone number?
Sure.
You can call me personally, 804-426-5377. Again, that is 804-426-5377. But we just got to get involved. You can't do anything without a coalition.
Okay.
You got to have a coalition. I could be one man standing on top of the mountain screaming and hollering, but I need a team behind me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Everybody should be taking notes of that. This brother just dropped some excellent jewels. Definitely finding a good mentor that can help you in the process, and being able to actually vocalize yourself and express yourself. That's two keys to success. So you have to, one, be able to express yourself and have communication with people, express your ideas. And you also have to find a great mentor, somebody that you can model yourself after and be able to move forward. So, brother, with that, what I want to ask also is, I always ask people, what's 3 words that you would use to describe yourself?
I'm gonna give you the 3 words that I employed as the motto for Richmond Crusade for voters: visible, vocal, and educated. You got to be visible. What you all are doing to get the word out. You have to be vocal. Like I said, quiet, a closed mouth don't get fed.
That's right.
And you have to educate, and you have to be educated. Now, educated don't necessarily mean sitting in the class. You learn a whole lot in the streets of being involved. But you have to pass on what you've learned. Do not keep all that knowledge to yourself. Visible, vocal, and educating are the 3 words I would say.
All right. And when does the Richmond Crusade for Voters meet?
Every 3rd Tuesday, 1400 Idlewood, Second Baptist Church. Second Baptist Church. Every 3rd Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Okay. Well, Mr. Ford, appreciate you coming out to be with us today.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Great job. I really
Right.
appreciate that.
We're about to cut to commercial, folks. We'll be back in a moment with our next guest here at Talks Over Drinks. Cheers.
I want to welcome everybody back to Talks Over Drinks. My brother Corey will be introducing our next guest.
Our next guest at Talks Over Drinks is my very close friend and brother, local entrepreneur Anthony Mijares.
Hey, thank you very much.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again, brother.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Have a seat. Go ahead, Joe.
Entrepreneur. That's a word that's not really used a lot in the world today. And me personally, I believe that we need a lot more entrepreneurs to make everything grow. My first question to you is, right off the top, what made you decide to become an entrepreneur?
Well, it wasn't until about 8 years ago I just got tired of working for people.
Wow. That's powerful in and of itself.
I'm a disabled vet, and it was hard for me to find my place in society when I got out of the military. I was a combat medic, and I was just tired of the medical field, but I just had a need to do something with my life. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I started researching what an entrepreneur is, starting your own businesses. And one day I just got fed up with just working for somebody, and I said I quit. And I just took that change and that challenge of starting everything on my own. And to be honest, my very first business was delivering foods from restaurants that didn't deliver.
Wow.
So I got to network and understood what it was to be a business person and starting something from scrap and building it to something. It wasn't very much, but to me it was a lot, because I left everything of, making money to hardly making anything, but being happy within myself. And I think that's a true meaning of being an entrepreneur, is venturing out, but being happy within yourself and making something, or making nothing into something. And so that's what I truly believe is an entrepreneur, and helping other people and networking with other people. So that's how I felt within myself, what was right path for me.
Okay.
Awesome.
So
What branch of service were you in?
I was Army.
Army. Okay.
we appreciate your sacrifice for
Absolutely.
the freedoms that we kind of take for granted.
That's right.
Right.
What type of business are you into now?
You should say businesses.
Okay.
Yes. I have a company called Blueprint Signing Design. We do marketing, social media marketing, website designs. I do any type of graphic designs, from billboard signs, business cards, t-shirts, banners, brochures. I pretty much do it all. It's a one-stop shop for everything, for all your business needs. And that's what's I love about it, is because I get to meet new entrepreneurs, and I get to help guide them, give them that little bit more push into helping build their dream. Right. Not just putting it on a business card, but I'm helping them build a logo, what their image in their mind is, and I'm helping them put it out for the world to see.
Absolutely.
So that's what I love about this business, and it's always been a passion of mine ever since I first started with this company. It took me a while to start my own company. I worked with other people, and they helped me build the foundation to do it. But it was just myself going out there and marketing myself,
Right.
which then marketed my business as well.
Right.
I also do many events here in Richmond, and expos. A new one that we're actually starting that's going to be enrolling this year. The brand is called Trend. And we're going to cover different conventions and expos that deal with fashion, sneaker conventions, tech conventions, which is going to be involved in gaming and any type of new technology that's out there.
Wow.
And also car and bike shows. So the brand is, the idea was to have a brand that's going to cover every industry and helping small business owners like myself get themselves known into the community and giving them that platform.
Wow.
So we're hitting every industry that's out there. So that's the idea that we're pushing behind this brand called Trend.
Okay.
I have a very good friend of mine who's helping me with this idea. He's a radio personality, DJ Swerve De Niro.
Okay. Swerve Nation, you gotta give him a shout.
Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine. So we've collaborated to make this brand work. Another thing that I'm enrolling this year is my very own nonprofit. This has always been a dream of mine and a goal of mine to do. I just didn't know how to do it. I was already doing the groundwork for it, and it's called Lightbulb Nonprofit. It helps young adults and children and disabled vets like myself to be entrepreneurs.
Wow.
To mentor them into learning what it is to own your own business and start your own business from scratch. And also give some funding for shoestring businesses. Businesses that don't take much to start off and get off the ground. So that's what the goal is to give, when they have that light bulb of an idea, to help them mentor and build it up into a company or a brand for themselves.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If there was one piece of advice that you would give to an inspiring entrepreneur, whether young or old, what would be the first piece of advice or that breadcrumb that you would provide them to get started?
Take the chance. A lot of people are scared when that's what I run into with a lot of kids that have great ideas into starting their own business, and young adults, and even grown adults. They're stuck into their life and they fear the change.
Right.
Don't fear that. Take that chance. Take that chance, because you never know where you can be. So that's my piece of advice for anybody. Take that chance.
Now, when you got started, was there anyone in particular that was a mentor to you that actually pushed you and said, "Hey, you can do this"?
I'd probably say my grandfather.
Wow.
Yeah. He was never, he owned a couple businesses. He was a Marine for quite some years. I think it was about 32 years.
Okay.
But ever since he was a little kid, he said, always do the best you can. Whatever you do, be the best at what you can do. I never quite understood it until I got older and started doing my own things. Anything that I do, I always do it the best way I can and put everything into it. If I know it fails and it doesn't, nothing ever happens, I know that within myself I gave it 100%. And so that's the advice that I always take with myself. Before I go into anything, I'm gonna give it my 100%.
Right.
So he was always been my mentor as far as giving me that piece of advice. Of course, I've had other mentors that have been in and out of my life, that have helped me in certain aspects of it. But as far as me growing, but that's the most important person that has been in my life and has gave me the best possible advice for everything that I do.
Okay. If people out in TV land or telephone, cell phone land want to get a hold of you, Anthony, how would they do that?
I guess the best way to get a hold of me is you can go to my website, blueprintsrva.com. That's the company.
Okay.
You can reach me out on there. I'm also on Facebook, Anthony Mijares. So yeah.
Okay. Well, Anthony, definitely appreciate you coming out.
Well, thank you for having me.
Definitely look forward to seeing you out in the community doing great things, and hashtag Swerve Nation for all of y'all that support that brother.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna go ahead and cut to commercial break. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I want to welcome everybody back to Talks Over Drinks. We had an awesome show. We had 2 great guests on. And I hope everybody's been taking notes and getting the message and the lessons that were taught here. It was a common theme here where both individuals told us about how they had a special mentor in their life that actually inspired them and motivated them to actually do what it is that they're doing. So everybody, you should get that message right there. Get some positive people around you to inspire and motivate you, and get a dream, get a goal. Now, my brother Corey is going to let us know what's on for next week's show, because we do have some awesome guests coming up there also.
Next week, we're going to keep it rolling. We have the music folks in town. If you're in Cap City, RVA, you know them. B-Sounds, the ADHD Bandit, and his brother and partner in crime, Swerve De Niro, Swerve Nation. Hashtag that Swerve Nation, man. Absolutely. They're definitely going to be here chatting with us. And I believe they're bringing comedian Dwight Jarrett. That's all right.
Dwight
Jarrett. Had a little brain fart, but it's all
That's
good.
all right.
Dwight Jarrett's going to be in here with us as well. So we look forward to seeing y'all next week. You know, holla at us online. You see the credentials underneath the screen there. Love to see you. Talks Over Drinks is going. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay motivated and stay positive.